Hey guys, real quick before we start, this is Skye, writer and producer and I guess creator of Intern Skye. Um, I just wanted to apologize that this has taken such a long time to be made. The biggest hindrance, honestly, was the weather because I'm not a musician, not in any sense of the term, and we don't really have a stable source for music. It's entirely dependent on you guys, the listeners. Um, but I can keep writing these and recording these and sending these out as long as I have music. So if you guys like this and you want to help us keep doing it, please, please send something in. There's like a 99% chance it'll be accepted, because we need music, and more importantly, we want to give you guys a chance to be heard. But without further ado, this is episode 3, Beached Whale. Enjoy.
If you love something, set it free. If you love someone, set it free. Love yourself and set yourself free. Welcome to Night Vale. Welcome back, listeners. Let's get right down to the news. First, a whale carcass has been discovered washed up on the shore of the Night Vale Harbor and Waterfront Recreation Area. This is incredible, not only because the waterfront recreation area is a flat, arid desert with no traces of water, but also because whales are completely fictional and have never existed, just like all other aquatic mammals. Nevertheless, when asked to identify the washed-up being, Frederick Thalmont, professor of marine biology and chalk physics at Night Vale Community College, said, "Yup, that's a whale all right." Or like a really weird dog, I don't know. He declined further comment, instead gazing hollowly at the ground before bursting into a conflagration of violet flames. However, he did ask me to remind his students that their paper is due Tuesday. Now, a look at traffic. Red blood cells drift along aimlessly through your veins. Some find their destinations, others do not. Your heart beats with a purpose, pounding a rhythm in your chest to remind you that you are alive. Cars drift aimlessly through the streets. A few find their destinations, many do not. The car radio pounds a rhythm in your head to remind you that you are alive. You feel yourself singing along with your friends, but you do not know the words. Or maybe you knew them once, but have forgotten them. You drift along aimlessly. Your friends find their destinations. You do not. This has been traffic. So, I posted pictures of the whale on my blog, and a couple of my friends have been commenting on it. One user in particular, someone I've talked with for a while, who goes by the username Dubiously, has been saying it's a fake, and that whales aren't made of metal, and that we need to send someone else down to examine it. Can't believe that they're trolling me like this, you know? Anyways, we have a word from our sponsor. Imagine yourself in 10 years. Is that you? Are you that person? Imagine yourself in 100 years. Is that you? Will you be that? Those bleached bones glistening redly in the burned-out sunlight? Can you be that? You are holding a Coke in your bony hand. You can be that person. You can be the person that holds a Coca-Cola. You can always have Coke. Coke is eternal. Coca-Cola, open happiness. Eternal happiness. A team of scientists has been dispatched to examine the beached whale. They brought a variety of tools and equipment with them. One scientist, a white-haired Indian person wearing a lime green sweater, was seen carrying a seismograph over their shoulder. Sadly, as you know, our station's favorite scientist was... not available. More on this as it develops, but until then, I take you to the weather. That was not a whale. The first clue was when one scientist, examining the body, held up a cluster of sparking wires, saying that they were, quote, very unusual. The second was when the not whale, began emitting a high-pitched squealing noise, like 1,000 wrought iron violins being played while on fire. The third was when it rose up into the air, glowing luminescent green-yellow, and zoomed away, humming into the distance. So, listeners, it seems that we were wrong. We were wrong about the whale being a whale, and I was wrong about being wrong. I should have listened to dubiously from the beginning, I guess. I could learn to be a bit more humble, and less sure that I am right and that everyone else is wrong. Nah, never mind. Not everything has to have some sort of deeper meaning. After all, that Frederick Thalmont guy said it was a whale, and he's the marine biology professor. Actually, come to think of it, I've never heard of him at school before. In any case, I hope you have a good night, Night Vale. Good night.
This video was a fan episode of the podcast Welcome to Night Vale, written by Jeffrey Craner and Joseph Fink, and produced by Commonplace Books. Today's weather was Flying Little Lights by Nightmare, whom you can find at astralbody.deviantart.com or at soundcloud.com/nightmare1. Background music was by Disparition, Atom, and Kevin MacLeod. This video was made in the intent of celebrating and promoting Welcome to Night Vale, and is entirely fan-made. Today's proverb: make like a tree and assimilate, losing your sense of self in the cacophonic oneness of the forest.